In today's video, we're going to talk about my EDC. I think I've got it pretty much dialed in. So I'm going to start in the back pockets and work my way around. So this is just a standard 2 foot by 2 foot, 100% cotton red bandana. The uses of a bandana are infinite in my opinion. Most recently, for keeping sweat out of my eyes, because it is very hot here in North Carolina. So that's what I keep in my back pocket on the left side, and then my back pocket on the right side, I always keep a Write in the Rain notebook with that I just use for normal notes every day, just for my work. I write notes down, just for pretty much everything, leaving notes for people. You can never, paper is infinitely useful to have on you. And this is that Write in the Rain notebook that has that slightly wax covering on it, so it's not going to bleed your ink in the rain or underwater or anything like that. That being said, this is clipped into my back pocket as well. This is a Big Idea Designs Blade Show exclusive pen. It's full titanium with a very stiff pocket clip. And this is just a twist style pen. You just twist it out, twist it back closed, clips right into your pocket. Full titanium. Again, this one is Big Idea Designs. It's their Blade Show exclusive, so I'm not sure. I don't think you can order this from them. I think they were just selling on a limited amount at Blade Show, because it's just a really simple design. Next, we'll go to front pocket on the left side. So that is where I carry my wallet. It is a ARC Company Rambler, which is the wallet itself. And it houses my tools here. That way they're not flopping around in my pocket. This is the 5-inch Knipex pliers, Cobra pliers. And this is just a standard 4-inch crescent wrench. And I am a fixer. If you ask my daughter, that's what she thinks my official job title is that I'm a fixer. But I'm a service technician, so I keep these in my pocket all day, every day. This is a very tiny mechanical pencil that I got off of Amazon. I like to keep a backup way to write something for just in case I do lose my pen. The likelihood that I'm going to lose this from out of my wallet is very minimal. Also, with those tools in there, if you see, it kind of makes the perfect little slot for this, so it really takes up no extra room at all. So my quickest access cards I keep right here on the back pouch, and then there's a spot for cash right in here. You just fold it twice, put it in there, and then inside the wallet I carry this hedgehog tool, and it's got all these extra gizmos on it. It's supposed to be a bottle opener and all these different wrenches and bag clip and all that. I only carry it for the comb. So that is my wallet. Snaps shut. Keeps everything very nice and tidy in my front pocket. No jingling and jangling. No wrenches or pliers sliding down sideways. This is what keeps everything nice and tidy. And also, these pliers, if you're not familiar, are push button adjust. So whenever you put them in position, they're not going to move. You can shake them around, drop them, they're going to stay in that same position, and they open pretty wide. You can work on you can tighten or loosen a standard 3/4 garden hose fitting with these little pliers, no problem. Also in my front pocket, I keep a lighter. I don't smoke, but lighters are infinitely useful for burning off frayed strings on your clothes. I do work with paracord some, so being able to do that. I work with gas equipment at work, so I can relight pilots with this. Light birthday candles. You never know when someone's going to need a lighter. Also, I keep about 3 foot of duct tape wrapped around it. It does not increase the size by very much at all, as you can tell, and it's duct tape. You can use it for everything. And there's been multiple instances where someone was asking for, does anybody have some tape? And when I say yes, I do, I have some in my pocket, I get some funny looks, but I'm ultimately the hero. So, big lighter with some duct tape. Also in that same front pocket, I keep some paracord. I keep a hank of paracord. This is probably about, I don't know, 10 feet or so, something like that. Just your standard 550 paracord. I keep a bowline tied right there on the end for easy access. When I do need to deploy this with it tied into this kind of hank, you just grab that bowline right there on the end, give it a tug, and that whole thing will just spool right out. So, with the same theme of a lighter and a bandana, you will truly never know how handy having some cordage is, and having some basic knowledge of knots will be until you keep some on you all the time. I've got small children. I use this to pull them around on their bikes, or in the cozy coupe. You can just tie this around the steering wheel, make a marlin spike hitch, put a stick in the other end, and you've got a handle to pull them with. I mean, just infinitely useful. So this also clips into that same pocket, clips onto the outside of the pocket. This is the Streamlight Micro Stream USB. It is a small AAA size flashlight from Streamlight. It's got 2 different modes. So it's got low and bright. And then it is also USB rechargeable. This is a very nice flashlight. As you can see, it's been in the pocket and been used quite a while. It has quite a bit of wear, but this is a nice little flashlight here. So that's everything for that front pocket. My other front pocket is where I keep my pocket knife. So this is the Spyderco Sage 5 lightweight and carbon fiber, and it has got CPM S30V scales. This is the only Spyderco I own, but it is very, very nice. I love this knife. I actually traded it to Sam with EDC NC, so go give him a follow. Sam's a great dude here on YouTube. And then on my belt, I keep an Essie Azula that I got from Blade Show. This is my hard use fixed blade when I'm cutting into metal or having to do a little bit of prying, cutting all at the same time. This is the knife I subject to that type of work. So we'll set that right there. And then the last thing on my belt is this. This is my Leatherman. This is a Leatherman Wave Plus. I carried on my belt with an Ulti-Link. Just took the Ulti-Link and figured out where I wanted it. Used a soldering iron to pierce through the nylon, that way it doesn't fray and kind of melts it as it goes through. I got the idea for this from the guys at UltiClip, which are the ones that make this. I was talking to them about needing a way to attach my Leatherman sheath to not just my belt, and they have this Ulti-Link and the Ulti-Link expansion kit. And so there's a piece that looks like this that's got a lock that threads onto my belt, and then this clips into that, and then you can have one of those other lock things like that are on my belt, you can put one of those on your backpack or wherever, and then you can just take this off your belt, link it to wherever you've got that other piece, which is pretty awesome. So this is just a standard Leatherman wave, but I do have the bit extender that I keep on the side here. Standard Leatherman wave. But the cool thing I have is this. This is just a random black bit holder that I got probably from some Harbor Freight tools. But the bits that are in here, if you can see, yeah, right there. See if I can get them to focus. They're Weehaw bits. So you can buy Weehaw double-sided bits, and they fit perfectly into the Leatherman bit adapter. So you don't have to have the Leatherman bit kit. You can get pretty much everything that you want done with that Weehaw bits, and everybody knows the integrity of Weehaw bits. I've had several different Torx bits that I bought 3 or 4 different kits, not exaggerating, and they would strip out immediately. The bits would break, and then I bought some Weehaw bits, and first shot right in there. So those just slide down into, there's a little elastic pocket on the back, and then when I need it, I just grab this lanyard that I made, pull them right out. So that's that. So that's what's on my belt, and that concludes my EDC. That's it right there. Man, that thing's hard to see in that light, isn't it? Let's put it over here. So that's my EDC every day. The only thing that changes is, like most guys that are into knives and EDC, I've got a pretty standard rotation on my pocket knife. That is my everyday carry. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you have anything that you want to see a more in-depth review on, please let me know in the comments. Thank you.